Good morning, I'm working on my F250 and doing VGT training. This is where you're not sure if the VGT solenoid is working and you want to retrain it to your current turbo conditions. So I've unplugged the negatives on the battery, let everything drain out for 5 minutes, and then you run at idle for 5 minutes, and it's sweeping the VGT from 0 to 42. I think VGT is supposed to go from 15 to 85. It looks like mine is off by 50%, so I'm only sweeping from 7 to 42. But the truck is acting like it's supposed to, so I'm just going to assume that my VGT monitor is off by 50% and it's actually correct. So what it's doing right now is moving that solenoid back and forth, and it's going to do that for 5 minutes. And then once it finds a sweet spot, it'll sit there, and that'll be the setting for the turbo. I'm doing this because I had my truck sitting for a while and had some fuel issues and all kinds of stuff as usual with these trucks. And so I figured it'd be good. I got this tip. It's a 2003. I got this from watching Diesel Tech Ron. And you can go into the Ford dealer and they'll run this diagnostic for you. Or knowing what Ron said is if you drain out all the capacitors by taking the negatives off the batteries and run your lights for a while, that drains the capacitors, so the VGT value is reinitialized, and then once the software sees that it was reinitialized, it'll rerun its self-program next time you start it up. And the secret here also is it has to be at a hot temperature, so I ran my engine for about 40 minutes and it's parked here, so we're over let's see what temperature we're at. There's my engine oil temperature, so we're at least 180 degrees. So it's sweeping. You can see this doesn't just do this on its own. Once it's programmed, it'll just sit here at some solid value. We're still training, and while we were doing that, I figured out why it was going from 14 to 42. There's a programming error that I did when I did my scan gauge programming. So I was off by a couple bits on the VGT duty cycle program. So now it's reading the proper numbers. We're going from 15 up to 85. So this is just as expected. I don't know how long it's going to keep training, so I'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll take it down the driveway. First quarter mile went really well. So what we've done is basically recalibrated the solenoid to the turbo's performance, and 85 is kind of my idle, and it goes lower as you get more boost. So here we go. Let's go down the driveway and see if everything works fine. I would have gotten a bunch of whomping before I did this calibration. I'm at 35 miles an hour now. Really nice turbo whistling. So my turbo's probably dirty, but I think I just avoided ripping off the turbo and doing a cleaning that might not have been necessary. So I hope this helps. Maybe something to look at.